Hey, how you doing, folks? Good morning to you guys. I'm going to be doing a box opening in this video, okay? But first, I want to let you know a little bit about Atabey. Um, Sometimes when you open up these boxes, it's like a box and a box and a box, and then becomes where you can't tear something, and you can't get your thoughts wrapped around and begin to describe what you're looking at. So the box opening is going to be just showing you what's inside the box. As far as Atabey itself goes, it's a company, Select Tobacco, United Cigar Company, is the parent company, I believe. It's United, and they produce cigars, a bunch of vitolas, anywhere from I think it's pronounced hechizos, which is like a 4 by 40, all the way down to the big sizes, 7 1/4 by 50, which is the banditos, um, and everything in between. I mean, they have quite a few. Okay, I think it's in the I'm going to put that in the transcript. Okay, so that you could see. Atabey, the name comes from, and the symbol on the cigar itself comes from a female goddess who represented the first female, their Eve, if you will, of the Taino Indians. Now, they were indigenous to the Caribbean islands. They're extinct now, or whatever, passed on. Um, and they had this. They smoked what was a very primitive looking cigar. Okay, some people say they were the first to smoke what compares to what we smoke today. Other people say the Mayans, and then there's people who even think the Peruvians did it. I don't know. I know that a Toro lasts about an hour and a half, and that's about the extent of my history. Okay, I just happen to have learned about this just for this video. Okay, and I learned something new. Well, they would smoke the cigars in honor to this goddess. Okay, she was goddess of water, the moon, fertility, and all that. And what they did was that actual ceremony was called the cohiba. Okay, and they would smoke the cigars, and then as far as communicating with um, with their goddess, they would use a behiki. Sound familiar? I didn't know that. So the ceremony is called the cohiba, and they would take the cigars. They would all be dressed up like witches, and then blow the smoke, and they would get themselves so much nicotine that they became delirious or delusional, or whatever. And they would blow the smoke, and this person who was their spiritual guide called the behiki. And there you go. So you see the connection there. Pretty interesting. Atabey cigars are made in Costa Rica. No Costa Rican tobacco is used in it. As a matter of fact, the only what they disclose is that the wrapper is Ecuadorian shade. The binder is undisclosed. The filler is undisclosed in part. They do mention that a part of the filler is Peruvian tobacco, and that's as far as it goes. They don't tell you anything else about it. I love the cigar. It's a really wonderful tasting cigar. It's excellent. Uh, the process, their price point is anywhere from $30 to $55 for the banditos, down to little guys at $31. They have the Lancero is around $31. So they have quite a lineup. And they're all wonderful. I like the smaller ring because it just seems to intensify that flavor. It's just it is a good flavor. To make them, there's some people say about the price point. Well, here's the price point. Here's the price point. All right. So they use, after they're rolled, first the tobaccos are aged, right? After they're rolled, they're laid to rest for 5 years. So they make these cigars, these beautiful things, and then they don't sell them. They're not in a hurry. No, they make them sit for another 5 years. Just sit? No. Now look at what they do. They fluctuate the humidity between 40 to 70% to allow the cigar to breathe, right? To breathe. What is it breathing in? Well, guess what? They use five different cedars. They use Cuban, they use Spanish, they use Lebanese, they use Brazilian, and they use Mexican cedars. I don't know if it works out to one a year. I have no clue. They don't mention that on their website, okay? But you could see it, right? Expanding, contraction. One day Spanish, one day Mexican, another day Cuban, to give it an overall effect. Will you detect it when you smoke it? I don't know. So then why pay the 31 bucks? Because I do taste the difference, a little bit slight, but I can certainly think that for 30 bucks, 40 bucks, I can get myself three or four $10 cigars that are going to satisfy me just as much. That's true. That is true. There's some good sticks out there for 10 bucks. But if you want these little nuances, if you want to experiment, treat yourself to one. They do and can justify the expense. Okay? No one out there who makes a $10 stick sits on it for 5 years after it's rolled. Period. That does not happen. Okay? It doesn't happen unless someone finds a pallet that fell over and then, oh, look at this. This is from 50 years ago. Okay, whatever. But you know what I'm getting at. To intentionally do that does not occur. All right? So now we're going to go on to the box opening and let's take a look at these guys, okay? I'm going to be opening up a box I've been waiting for a while. It's been a little bit. So I'm going to get right to it. It's kind of large. This is the guy, and it's been a couple of months since I heard about it. Uh, to make sure that Tobacconist of Greenwich um, was involved because they're a fine purveyor of fine tobaccos. And Mike helped me out getting this right before he went to the CCA. So I really, really just, that's a great place for high quality products of any kind from DuPont, um, Atabey, Alfonso, you name it. If it's hard to find, that's why he calls his own blend rare finds. Um, so if you need anything like that, that's the man, Greenwich. So let's open this guy up. Now this comes in two boxes, okay? One's got the cigars, one's got the humidor. Mike already took care of it. He took the cigars, packed them where they belong. Okay. Of course, it's not going to be as easy as they call it. Okay. Here's the box of the humidor itself. Again, in a box within a box. I love these box guys. Yeah, they make a killing. Mm, I don't know what it costs one. But everything's back in the box. And here we go. All right. So this is the Atabey humidor. Okay. And I think I need to get this a little closer. All right. Let's address that. Right. The Atabey humidor. Um, it comes in only that flavor. Just want to make sure you see it. Okay. Atabey cloth, um, to wipe it down, and it's there, that, and then it has that at the top, and this again is one of those materials that feels like, well, now it certainly feels like felt, because I've felt it. Got the flap, get this out of the way. So it has the flap is right here. Lift it up. Down. Sorry about this, guys. So here it is, and the front, it tells you the vitolas that are inside that drawer. Then it has here on the side, vitolas available in that drawer. And then here, it has the vitolas in this drawer. So, I didn't notice a Bovita pack in there, okay? There should have been. Okay. So, station, very nice. Then the drawers open up, wings, and there you go. You have the bandidos, the spiritus, the ídolos, the brujos, the divinos, the hechizos, the místicos, the dioses, the sabio, the the duendes, the ritos, and the delirios. Um, and that represents and that represents their full line of vitolas. And of course, there's no black ritos, but I got that. So this is it, and I want to thank you for taking the time to share it with me. It just feels nice to do that, and there's folks out there have seen this at some lounges that carry the Davidoff name. There's no connection. Atabey, Alfonso, and several other select cigars are by select tobaccos, as opposed to Davidoff. Okay, so thanks again for sharing.